Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Miss Burleigh TTC, and today we are going to talk about getting ready for 2018. I'm in strong belief, I have a great faith that this next year is going to be a fabulous year. And so even if 2017 wasn't a terrible year for you, 2018 can just be better. Like even if this was like probably the greatest year for you, 2018 can be so much more because each year can just get better if you really just have that mindset. Even when there's like hardships and stuff that falls onto our shoulders that we have no control over, we do have the power and control to make the next step, to make the next decision of what we do. And so I want to encourage and inspire those out there who feel a little hopeless this year and feel like, they kind of don't know what to do next. And I just want to share with you something that I did years ago that is pretty much the big reason the product that you see in front of you today, the person that I am, is because of the goals and the challenges I set for myself 4 years ago. So I just want to share what I did, and hopefully it will inspire you to either do the same thing as well, or to make your own thing for what you want to do this year. I think New Year's resolutions are important. A lot of people think they're cliche, but you can just look at it as just goals. It's important to have goals with anything in life, and that way you have some kind of guideline to what's next, and it gives you something to look forward to. And plans don't always go the way you expect them to go, but the goal should not change. And I just want you to keep that in mind as we're talking about this video. So first, I'm just going to start with myself and share with you some goals I have for this year. This year, for 2018, I usually choose a theme for every year as I get ready to get started. Usually the theme is something that I want to work on, and I use that year to do activities that help me to accomplish that goal. The trait I want to work on. So previously I have like themes for the year would be like redemption. And in that year, I learned about the redeeming qualities, like how to be more forgiving, because I wasn't really a forgiving person. I would hold on to things. And so I've learned about the power of redemption, and I happen to be a Christian. I'm very big on my faith, and it keeps me centered and balanced. And so I was able to incorporate a lot of the teachings of Christianity in the Bible to help me stay grounded throughout that year and learn the things I need to learn. And then 1 year was about love and just loving to the greatest capacity in spite of how difficult people can be, or even I can be at times. And so this year, I think it's important for me to learn the power of taking care of yourself. I have historically been such a self-sacrificing person to my own detriment. The point is where I would put others' needs before my own. And it's kind of one of those situations like you're on an airplane, they say, don't put on someone else's bag, a child bag, before you put on your own. And so that's when it becomes problematic, because in the end, I end up losing because there's stuff that was just lacking. And I did do one thing that was consistent throughout these years. I pursued my education. So I hustled hard in school, and now I'm in full belief and faith that the fruits of that labor is going to manifest next year. So I'm really excited about that. But the other things that I've kind of let go as I was pursuing my educational goals and then overwhelming myself with all the other burdens that were not mine to accept, I ended up like kind of letting go of my health. And I started to gain weight, and it became like a burden and stuff. Like now I'm looking like, whoa, how did I get here? It's because all the time that I spent like looking outside, I didn't take time to kind of take care of me. And so that's always been a goal. It's like, oh, I want to get in shape, but I never dedicated the time that was necessary to get my health together. So that's one of my biggest things this year is I'm going to work on my health and self-care, my self-care. Like Solange has that song, ode to self-care, that's exactly what this year is going to be for me. Taking care of my health. I want to take care of my hair better, like learn how to do my hair instead of just paying someone to do it. But, I'm not opposed to that. Well, whatever I need to do to, again, build my hair, because I've been natural since 2010, but again, the results don't show because I've neglected that part of me. And so I want to just invest in myself. I want to become debt free this year for my personal debt. And so that's something I'm going to work on. And that means I'm not going to take as many trips as I used to. Well, at least costly ones. I might, go on a road trip or that doesn't cost much or anything like that. But I'm not going to do things that are contradictory to where I want to go. So let's get to the actual vision board part now. So as you can see behind me over here, I have my vision board. Okay, so let me give you a quick glance of that. All right, back over here. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you everything that's on my vision board because, again, your vision board is for you. It's your vision. No one else is going to understand it fully like you can. That's something I don't share with everybody. I don't share my vision board with everybody for their eyes to see. It usually stays in my bedroom or like off to the side so you can't see everything because everything's not for everybody. They're not going to understand it. I don't have time for people to be trying to get in my face and tell me what I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Don't have time for that. So I don't expose my vision to people to kind of slander and stuff like that. I stay away from all that. I separate myself from the negativity. And so a few things that I put on my vision board that I think you should probably think about were characteristics of myself and who I am. Because, sometimes if you deal with a lot of anxiety or just if you're hard on yourself, you can just internalize a lot of negative things about yourself. Or if somebody says something about your personality that, can sometimes be true, they'll make that as that's your whole, not even them, you'll internalize that and make it as that's your whole being. And that's not true. You need to focus on the positive things that you do and try to do more of those things. So some of my characteristics, like even the flaws, I would say I'm complicated. I'm a very complicated person. I just don't think of like one thing to do. I just put everything in like this box here and I just try to do everything. So that's a part of me. I realize that's something that I'm probably not going to change. So it's on there and I make it positive because, again, I just channel my energy to how can I make that work for me, that I'm complicated. Like, does that mean I can probably create ideas that people can use later? Can I invest somewhere? Can I multitask? What is it that I can do? I also put them there that I'm like persistent. I don't give up. I don't quit. I never quit on myself. I have been pursuing this career for about the last 5 years. And I have never quit on myself. No matter what anyone says, no matter how the situation looks, I never give up on myself. And I put up there that I'm the comeback queen. I have fallen plenty of times. And I've hit rock bottom. And I just keep bouncing back up. That's one thing I never just stop. I may fall down, but I don't let that be the end because I have goals in mind. And that's why my vision board reminds me is that I have a vision for myself. Now, the plan may not work out how I get there, may change from day to day, but the goal is still the same. So I just bounce right back and just keep moving forward, and I don't quit on myself. So you want to include something that kind of tells you who you are and reminds you who you are. In another section, I have a reminder for just taking a break. And when I'm really stressed out, I can look at my vision board and it reminds me that, hey, I need to take a break. And these are things I can do to kind of take a break. So I have like a happy hour section. And in my happy hour section, I have playing the guitar, taking a bubble bath, or going to the movies. And that's something I can just do for me, just to get my mind off of everything that's going on. I have a learning section. There's things that I want to learn. And I put up there that I want to learn Spanish. I'm still working on that. I have some time because my vision board is within a certain time period, and I'll get to that later. But I want to learn that, and I want to be debt free, and so that's on there. And so I'm finally dedicating this year towards that aspect of my vision board. And then I had on there that I wanted to learn the guitar, and I've learned it. I don't play it well, but I do play it enough to where I like it. And then I learn new songs every day, so I enjoy it. And then let's go to another section of vision board. I have like health goals, as far as I want to be stress free. I want to not be so overwhelmed on my day to day with struggles that I go through, because everybody goes through pain, everybody deals with hardships, but I just can't. I want to live in this life that we have, this world that we have. I want to be able to just live and enjoy life. I don't want to be miserable dealing with the hardships and the pain and the disappointments. So that's something that I'm really big on. I want to make sure I'm at peace at all times, and I will put my peace first and ahead of anybody's, just because I really believe in that. And you hear the phrase people say, oh, life is too short to be stressed out or to be whatever, A, B, C, and D. I think I look at it this way. Life is too long to be any of that you don't want to be. Think of it that way. Because when you think life is short, okay, it'll be over soon. But life is too long to be miserable all the time. You see what I'm saying? Why waste your time with that? And so the next part I have on my vision board, I have like what I want in a mate. You know, what do I want my mate, the characteristics of my mate to have? Like what are things that I'm looking for? So it's a constant reminder. And I even made that when I had a boyfriend. And you know, do you want a better boyfriend? Yes, I did. I wasn't happy with that person then. And so this reminds me, as I date and as I meet people, if they don't align with characteristics that I think are fundamental, then it's just time to keep it moving and don't get stagnant and stick around with a situation that ain't going to happen. Another part of my vision board I have is for my career and educational goals. I have things that I definitely want to do in my community as an eye doctor, and that's been something I'm tackling. And so again, I'm realizing that the goals I made for myself, I'm knocking them out, but I am not knocking them out the way I thought I was going to knock them out. And so I'm so excited about that. And in the very center of my vision board is where my heart is. My heart belongs to God. Everything that I am is essential to me, to give praise and thanks to my Lord and Savior, just because that's who I am and that's my identity. And so my peace is in the center of the board. I have scriptures that remind me of what to do when I feel stressed out, or when things look like kind of bad, or when I feel like I don't want to show love and I want to be angry and hostile. I have scriptures that are not just like, again, cliche things people say. They're actual scriptures that I have studied on my own back when I was really zealous, and I probably pronounced that wrong, but whatever. That I studied on my own, and those are reminders to me that, okay, remember your first love, remember how you're supposed to be set apart. So I keep those things on my mind. But that's me. And so for your vision board, whatever's you're at the center of your heart or your universe, whatever, you put that in the center of your vision board. So it keeps you focused, keeps you grounded, and you just celebrate yourself. Now, again, I'm complicated. I made my vision board for the next 10 years. So I planned it back in 2013, that summer. I found about a bunch of material, and I built my vision board, and it's big, and it was colorful then. The sun has faded it, but it's something that I'm going to have for life. And in 2023, right before that year, I'm going to evaluate my goals and the things I want to accomplish within those next 10 years. So I have a thought process. I have things I want to do, but this helps me to break it down into decades, where I can kind of get things done. Now, you may have to break yours down to 5 years or even 1 year, maybe even 6 months. But you want to give yourself enough time to see the goal manifest. Because again, if you don't, let's say you make your vision board for 1 month. If you put like, I don't want to say unrealistic, but time like estimates, let's just use weight. If you put that you want to lose 60 pounds in 1 month, that's not going to be possible if you're not over a certain amount of weight where it's just going to come off like that. You know, you want to set goals that are in some kind of reachable, attainable viewpoint. So those are some recommendations for me. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and stop, but I want to inspire you to get this year started with your vision board. All you need to do is get some cardboard, get a bunch of magazines, and just start looking for words to put together and make a collage. Or maybe you just want to write it, whatever you need to do. Some people can't do boards, but they like planners, notebooks, whatever inspires you. If you need to make a little computer clip art thing, whatever you need to do, and have it where you can see it. My sisters, I don't know about my oldest one, but my youngest sister, she has a vision board. My parents don't have like a vision board, but they write on their bathroom mirror every like month. I think they change it to what they want to accomplish or something that they want to conquer. And that's the family I come from. I come from a driven family, a military family, and we've always been focused and action oriented. So I hope this inspires you, and make 2018 your year. Conquer it. You do have control over. You don't have control over what happens to you. You have control over what you do with it. So you don't have control over what happens to you, but you have control over how you handle it and your next step. And I want you to remember that as you're going into this year, and just embrace it and be positive, and anything can happen for you. All right, so that's all I have for right now. I'll be back to y'all later in January. I'm going to take a break. This is going to be my last video for the end of the year. And in January, we'll get started with some more material to help you get your goals accomplished for the next year. And I'll be able to share with you my progress as I'm tackling my goals each day to day. All right, bye, guys. You keep moving forward. Love you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because next year is going to be an amazing year, and a lot of things are going to happen for me, and I want to share them with you. And I hope that you do the same and share with me all the positive things that are happening in your life. All right. Bye, guys.